You swore it was the last time, said I had nothing to fear. But every night your distance was louder than you being here. You smelled like everything was fine, like I was crazy to doubt. But trust doesn't slow, disappear without a reason carved out. You learn how to sound convincing, how to look me in the eye. But love that keeps repeating lies isn't love, it's compromise. You cheated like it never ended, like loyalty was optional. You said my heart was all you wanted, while treating it disposable. You cheated like it never ended, then begged me not to leave. You cheated like it never ended, then begged me not to leave. I gave you faith and forgiveness, you gave me reasons not to believe. Ooh. You blamed it on temptation, on moments you couldn't fight. But faithfulness isn't accidental, it shows up every night. You came home full of stories that never felt the same. I was memorizing your patterns, you were forgetting my name. I wanted to believe you'd change, that regret would finally stay. But every promise you repeated just pushed me further away. You cheated like it never ended, like hurting me was light. I was holding on to something real, you were chasing every fight. You cheated like it never ended, while asking me to trust. How do you say you love someone while breaking them in pieces? How do you ask for loyalty when cheating never ceases? I wasn't weak for staying, I was hoping you'd grow. But hope dies quietly when patterns never go. The waves keep moving forward, they don't repeat mistakes. I watch myself grow tired of loving what always breaks. You cheated like it ended, and now I finally see it was never about temptation, it was never about me. You cheated like it never ended, but I choose my dignity. I won't compete with your habits, I choose peace over misery. I won't hate you for the truth, I hate how long you took. You didn't lose someone naive, you lost someone who finally looked. You said you hated hurting me, but you never stopped. You chose your secrets carefully and called it being honest. You told me I was everything while hiding parts of you. You stayed loyal to your lies more confusion, on fear you couldn't fake. But loyalty isn't accidental, it doesn't lose its place. You look so calm beside me, like nothing was untrue. But every promise that you made was already breaking through. I wanted to believe you more than I believe myself. I silenced every warning sign just to keep you here. You were loyal to lies, not to me. I felt it every night. I was choosing us in honesty. You were choosing what felt right. You were loyal to lies, not to me. Until my heart grew tired, I realized love can't survive where truth is never required. How do you say you care so much while hiding everything? How do you ask for loyalty when lying is your instinct? I don't hate you for your truth, I hate how long you hid. I stay because I loved you, not because I didn't see it. You were loyal to lies, not to me. But now I choose my peace. I won't beg for honesty from someone built on deceit. You were loyal to lies, not to me. And this is where it ends. I deserve a love that's faithful, not loyal to pretend. I won't compete with secrets, I won't question what I know. You didn't lose someone naive, you lost someone who let go. You said you were sorry again, like it was easy to repeat. But every time you said the words, your actions disagree. You held my hands while apologizing, swore you finally understood. But regret without change never feels that good. You learned the tone, you learned the timing, knew exactly what to say. But saying sorry every time never took the pain away. Your apology lost their meaning after hearing them too long. You kept saying you were sorry, but nothing ever changed at all. Your apology lost their meaning, I felt it deep inside. I was forgiven, now to love you were apologizing to survive. Ooh. You blamed it on mistakes, on moments you resistance I'll give before it finally breaks. I wasn't wrong for forgiving you. That came from something pure. I was wrong for believing apologies could replace what you never fix. The waves don't ask for forgiveness, they just move forward and change. I watch myself learn the difference between regret and the real pain. Your apologies lost their meaning, and now I finally see I deserve more than words that don't come with honesty. Your apologies lost their meaning, so I let the silence speak. I won't keep accepting sorry from someone who won't keep me. Say you're sorry to someone else. I've heard it all before. Your apologies lost their meaning the moment they became routine. You loved me only when it was quiet, when no one else was around, when the world stopped calling your name. That's when you wanted me. Now you came to me in empty hours when distractions faded away. I was never your first choice, just a place where you'd stay. You said you liked how calm I was, how I never asked too much, but love shouldn't only exist when there's nothing else to touch. You loved me only when it was quiet, when your options disappeared. I was there in the silence, you were gone when life was loud and clear. Only when it was quiet, like I was easy to keep. I was loving you with my whole heart. You loved me when it was convenient. You disappear when things got real, when feelings asked for space. You return when you felt lonely, like I was something safe. I watched you choose the noise, the attention, the shine, then come back asking for comfort like my heart had no timeline. I tried not to feel invisible, tried to understand your way, but love shouldn't feel temporary, or something you pause and play. You loved me only when it was quiet, when no one else could see. I was standing right beside you, you were never standing with me. You loved me when it was quiet, and left when life began. I was choosing you consistently, you were choosing when you can. How do you say you care so deeply, but only show up halfway? How do you call it love when silence is the only time you stay? I wasn't asking to be everything, just a matter when it's loud. But you love me in the background, never in the crowd. The waves don't hide their movement, they crash or they fall back slow. I learned love shouldn't whisper if it's something real, you know. You love me only when it was quiet, but I deserve more than that. I won't wait in the shadows for a love that won't react. You love me only when it was quiet, now I choose to let you go. I deserve a love that stays with me, even when the world won't slow. between chaos and desire. I didn't lose a real love, I outgrew something tired. I loved you with intention, with nothing held back. I chose you every morning, you never chose me back. You like keeping doors open, like knowing you had more. I was building something solid, you were scanning every shore. You said you didn't want pressure, said love should feel light, but love that's scared of choosing never feels right. I loved you while you loved options, that's where we went wrong. I was writing us a future, you were keeping it open-ended all along. Loved you while you loved options, while asking me to stay. I was giving you my loyalty, you were giving it away. You enjoy the attention, the feeling of being desired. You said I was special, but never your final choice. You called it being honest, said I should understand, but honesty without commitment still leaves someone abandoned. I tried not to ask questions, didn't want to seem afraid, but love shouldn't feel like competing with people you won't name. I loved you while you loved options, I felt it every time. I was standing right beside you, you were never really mine. I loved you while you loved options, until my heart gave in. I realized love can't grow where it's treated as an option. How do you ask for loyalty when choice is your favorite game? How do you say you care for someone while keeping them unsure and waiting? I wasn't wrong for wanting clarity, I wasn't asking too much, I was asking the wrong person to give what they never could. The sea doesn't hesitate when it chooses where to flow. I stopped waiting for your certainty and finally let go. I loved you while you loved options, but now I choose myself. I won't stand in uncertainty or wait on someone else. I loved you while you loved options, and that's the truth I see. I deserve a love that chooses me without needing variety. I won't compete for affection or settle for maybe an almost. I didn't love you the wrong way, I just loved someone undecided. You said you were just tired, said the day had been too long, but every night you disappear. Felt like something was wrong. You left me with the questions and a phone that wouldn't ring. I was waiting in our silence while you were choosing everything. You told me not to worry, said I was all you had, but love doesn't feel this lonely when it's really that. Every night you chose someone else while telling me to stay. I was holding on to honesty, you were slipping away. Every night you chose someone else and difference you should know. I stayed because I loved you, not because I didn't see you go. The tide keeps moving forward, it never stays the same. I watch myself grow tired of loving you in vain. First you said it was a mistake, something that slipped out of control. But the more it happened, the less it took a toll. You stopped looking guilty, stopped trying to hide. Cheating wasn't an accident, it became part of your life. You said you didn't mean to hurt me, like meaning was enough. But pain repeated too many times is no longer bad luck. Cheating became your normal, like breathing, like routine. I was fighting for honesty, you were comfortable being unseen. Cheating became your normal, you didn't even pretend. I was hoping you'd change someday, you were doing it again. You talked about loyalty like it was just a word. You said I worry too much, like trust was absurd. You didn't flinch when I cried, didn't slow down at all. I was breaking quietly, you barely felt the fall. I kept waiting for regret, for something real to show. But habits don't feel wrong anymore when they're all you know. Cheating became your normal, I felt it every night. I was holding on to love, you were living without a lie. Cheating became your normal, until I felt the truth. You didn't fall into temptation, you chose it over and over too. How do you call it a mistake when it feels so planned? How do you ask for forgiveness with blood already on your hands? I wasn't blind, I was patient. There's a difference you should learn. I stayed because I loved you, not because I didn't see the pattern burn. The waves repeat forever, but they still move forward. I learned repetition doesn't mean love when it only leaves you colder. Cheating became your normal, but it won't be mine. I won't stay in a story where betrayal feels fine. Cheating became your normal, and now I'm finally free. I deserve a love that feels safe. excuse what you choose. I didn't lose someone faithful, I lost a habit I outgrew. Ooh. You promised me forever while your phone lit up beside. You said my name with honesty while hiding someone on the side. You held my face so gently, swore I was all you need, but your attention was divided between truth and what you didn't see. You said the words I wanted at the worst possible time, because promises don't mean much when they're written on a lie. You promised me while texting her, like loyalty was optional. I was believing every word. You were making love disposable. You promised me while texting her, and looked me in the eye. I was trusting what you said. You were living a double life. You said she didn't matter, said I was the one, but honesty doesn't whisper while deception runs. You laughed like nothing was wrong, like it wasn't in the room. I was holding on to something real. You were already moving on. I wanted to believe your voice more than what I knew, but intuition doesn't lie quietly when love starts splitting in two. You promised me while texting her, I felt it in my chest. I was giving you my loyalty, you were giving me less. You promised me while texting her, then asked me not to leave. I kept forgiving what I saw. You kept giving me reasons not to believe. How do you say I love you with someone else on your screen? How do you call it commitment when your heart's never clean? I wasn't weak for trusting you, I was honest and true. I stayed because I loved you, not because I didn't see you. The tide pulls back in silence, leaving nothing to explain. I finally stopped defending what only caused me pain. You promised me while texting her, and now I finally know love that needs deception isn't love I should hold. You promised me while texting her, but I choose clarity. I won't stay in half-truths. I deserve honesty. I won't compete with messages or beg to be your choice. You didn't lose someone trusting. You lost someone who finally heard her voice.